Almog Mayor Jan, in the black singlet, steps out of a military helicopter and into a new world. His life and his nation barely recognisable. It was a whiplash transition. The chopper carrying Almog and 2 other hostages had lifted off a Gaza beach just minutes earlier. The stunned men still in their socks. A heartbeat earlier, they were prisoners. Alongside the joy of getting Almog back, his family are assessing the psychological damage.
Almog is fine. Physically is fine. Mentally we don't know yet because he's very quiet and he lost lots of information on what happened here in the last 8 months. So we fill the blinks slowly.
On October 7 last year, Almog had been at the Nova Music Festival with his best friend, Toma Stroster.
They were partying together and they were dancing together.
They were separated during the Hamas attack.
Almog escaped to another direction and he'd been captured next to the road. And he didn't know what happened with Tomer until he came back.
His uncle, Avraham Meir, says the family's been advised to give Almog time to recover.
Not to ask him questions. If he wants to talk about it, so be with him, but not to suck information out of him.
They have gleaned some detail of his life in Gaza. The 3 hostages were held together in the same room for 6 of the past 8 months.
From the first day in the evening, he has been with them all the 8 months together. So they are a very good team together. They love each other and they can speak with blinks of the eye. They were in a 2nd floor. On the 1st floor, there was living a family. They told us that in this family there were 5 children. They never saw them. They just heard them.
Their guards were in an adjoining room.
They had nothing to do all day long. So they played cards and they just told us that the thing they don't want to see anymore in their life, it's cards.
As the months passed, Almog's family made sure he wasn't forgotten. But in Gaza, as war raged around them, the guards told the hostages that Israel didn't care about them. That fear remained until Almog caught a glimpse of the guards' TV.
They could see in Al Jazeera. And one of the Saturday nights, when he went to the toilet, he saw his picture in one of the rallies that we made in Tel Aviv. And then he understood that he hadn't been forgotten.
Andrei Kozlov is the first of these rescued hostages to speak publicly.
I remember how Almog, the first time saw his picture, he started to, it's me on the poster, it's me. And for him, it was, he started to breathe more freely, you know.
They didn't think they will be rescued. They thought there will be a deal that will set them free.
Then came the raid. The rescue operation came at an enormous cost. Authorities in Gaza say 274 people were killed. Israel says it's around 100. Here, their release is announced to Tel Aviv beachgoers from a lifeguard tower. In the centre of this crush, Almog's mum, who'd just been told her son was free.
For us, it's a miracle. And for the Israeli people, it is a very big joy. It's unbelievable, the happiness it gave to the people of Israel.
These are Almog's friends, seeing him for the first time since October 7. Amid the joy, his family had to deliver two awful pieces of news. One about his best friend, Thomas Stroster, murdered on October 7. And another about Almog's father, Yossi. An Israeli official who'd come to tell him the news about his son found his body.
His father, that tragically died the same day he came few hours before.
His family has a strategy to help him cope.
He have been in captivity for 8 months, so we didn't have any control about his life. Now we want to bring the control to his life, and we ask him everything. Do you want this? Do you want that?
He wanted to see this mural. His recovery is also helped by the bond with his fellow hostage, Andrei Kozlov. Andrei Kozlov has appealed directly to Israel's government.
More than 120 hostages are still there. And I can't feel like all the happiness from this situation because I was raised and they are not. For all the hostages that are still in Gaza, it's only one decision, only one. It is the deal between Israel and Hamas.
His nephew may be free, but Avraham Meir is also lobbying. He's at Israel's parliament, the Knesset, to push politicians to strike a deal to save the surviving hostages.
Demolishing the Hamas can be in 5 years, or in 10 years, or in 20 years, I don't know. But the hostages don't have time.